Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, Big Funk, out here in the lab on a rainy day, but I'm doing what I do for you. I got a good lesson for you today. Well, for everybody. Some of us may not like it, but what else is new? All right, let's go. Right, isn't 25 rules led by storytelling. The story with a message. I put message in the story for life. These are life lessons. I'm giving it to you. You tune in, receive them. But the more important thing, if you use them, you'll understand what they're all about. Let's go. Right Thinker's mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment with knowledge, not superstitious beliefs, pure facts that you can attain. Right thinking is way of life through mental and spiritual disciplines will help and guide you to attain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. That's my mission. I'm on it. Let's go. I got something for you. Let's get this party started. Know thyself. A person who knows not, and knows not that they know not, is foolish. Disregard them. I do. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. I teach them. That's what I do for you. Stay tuned. I got you. A person who knows not and believes that they know is a pain. No, is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows but knows not that they know is asleep. I can awaken them. I'm a spiritual alarm clock. My job is to wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know, wear a hat with a triangle on it and chains around his neck with pyramids on it. Follow them. Trust me, they're wise. All these people, all these persons, excuse me, reside in you. Know thyself. Into my app be true. I'm busting loose at the seams. Sorry about that. I can't hide it. Let's get this thing started. Right thinkers. I work in a spiritual environment. I go fellowship in a religious environment. They're two different entities. So, right thinkers, let's talk about why do you separate religion from spirituality? Hope I can break that down and explain it to you again. More respectful and more understanding. So maybe you won't take it as a beat up session or something harassment, but just take it as a lesson that you can learn. Please, let's go. It's a proven fact that religion and spirituality, aka right think philosophy, are not the same thing. Mm-mm, mm-mm. We are spiritual beings having a human experience, not religious believers going through life believing what a book told us. No. God is spirit. Humans are, and listen, gods and goddesses were in the flesh. Every one of us have to realize that for themselves, aka waking up, aka becoming spiritually enlightened, anointed, Christ, all that good stuff that you get when you find out who you are. Religion was given to us from a Bible, excuse me, in the form of a Bible we call the Well-Dressed Lie, the greatest story ever told because it's still running and people still believe in it, regardless to the facts and proof, contrary to what the book say. It's not a lesson. Stand here. Religion is not spirituality. It's man's laws to and what enslave you emotionally. It's gonna pull in your heartstring because you're gonna believe what it says instead of checking out what it says and find out, hold on, wait a minute. If this what you say don't match what you do, we're gonna have a problem. Call Houston. There's a problem with that religious concept. Next one. You know religion is not spiritual. For those who are religious and thinking they're spiritual. No, no, no. I would rather be spiritual than religious. Why? Because spirituality is laws of God. Religion is laws of man. That's the only obstacle that I have with that concept. And understand that because you so love with it that don't mean nothing to me. It don't move the needle. So understand that. Scripture. Save it. Let's go. You separate religion from spirituality. Why? Because commandments are not AKA spiritual truth. It's man's rules and laws that's going to govern you and control you to be a certain way. And if you don't understand that, continue to be religious, knock yourself out. Now, our ancestors had no need for religion. They had Maya, aka spiritual truth or right thinking philosophy to live by. I tell you, I'm not religious, and I ain't the only one who would tell you that. Anybody with conscience and awareness of who they are would tell you they're not religious, they're spiritual beings having human experiences. I'm not, I'll tell you, I'm not religious because I'm not in fellowship with religious people. I fellowship with religious people. I don't subscribe to their teachers and why? Because I have something else. In order for me to get a point across, I can understand to them. I have to understand their language. So I fellowship with them to understand them, so we can hopefully have a dialogue where we can get a conversation going where I can teach. If not, still fine. I ain't no problem with that. Y'all do what y'all do. Tell you, I'm not religious. Right. I'm not. Okay. Me not being religious don't stop me from fellowshipping with religious people. That's my point. Let me move on. They are, watch this, they are different. Spirituality is knowing God, aka being God conscious for yourself. Religious is believing God in some other going, no, that's not, I don't subscribe to that. So I understand, and that's religion. Religion is based on believing what man tells you. That's not spiritual truth. That's his concept, his theology. I ain't got a problem with that. I just ain't got to follow it. Simple. And that's my choice. Watch this. Religion is for believers, aka those who would rather not know the truth. They want to believe a lie. Because if you hell bent on that book, that's what you're doing. Let me explain to you. Religion tells you it's not spiritual truth, but biblical lies they want you to believe. So that when the truth, spiritual truth comes up, you're not going to recognize him. You're not going to accept and understand him. Understand that. So they did that for a reason. The difference of belief, the definition of belief is not to know. If you believe something, that means you don't know. And no matter how you try to break it down, that's the definition. I'm not a believer. But watch this. But they who want to, but to those who want to just believe and not know, religion. Simple. That's right. A believer is born every day. Anybody understand that language? You know what I'm saying? Sounds familiar? Yeah. An ignorant person, aka sucker or fool, is born every day. Why? Unless you become enlightened, you're subject to be suckered and played today, April Fool's Day. It's your day. Some of y'all, most of y'all, enjoy it. I will. Spirituality, watch this. Enlightened people know themselves, not believe they know themselves. It's a difference. Big difference. I have nothing but respect for anyone who lives by their personal belief system, even if it's wrong. If you believe that book and you live by the heart, I got a problem with that. Trust me, understand that. As a teacher, I just teach concepts and viewpoints that I live by. Listen, spiritual truths are principles that you live by with daily. Moral, ethical conduct is what you need to know, and that's what Maya implies for you so that you can learn on your own and do for yourself, and that way you'll make the situation better for you at Judgment Day, like in that heart, with knowledge and understanding of how to live right. I don't rag on the ignorant believers. No, I really try to teach them spiritual truth, right there in philosophy, whenever I can. That's it. I'm a teacher. That's what I do. But I teach spiritual truth that I spent over 35 years to learn first. Now that I mastered that, I can teach it from my aspect of my concept. Hence, right thinking philosophy. Believing in something and saying, I don't know, I just believe. And after no, I can't do that. No, no. Even after you have facts and proof to the contrary, you still want to believe what you want to believe? Go for it. Knock yourself out. Belief still again, and no one can't occupy the same space in your mind. Either you know or you believe. They both can't be the same place. I don't need to believe. I know. And what I believe, I know I don't know. So I don't live on my beliefs. Live on my knowledge, spiritual truth. Living by belief, like this, won't spiritually enlighten you. You knowing and living spiritual truth will, aka right there in philosophy. Practice it, live it, and that's how it works. If you was a religious concept, it's called having a mystical experience. The three things: the myth, okay, learn it, reflect on it, meditate on it, and then you get the mystical experience. That's what religion's purpose is. I understand that, but a lot of people ain't using it for that purpose. I see that. Let me wrap this up. Being spiritual is what? Knowing the truth and living by them. That's all that is. You got to go by belief. I got spiritual truth. I live by them. I prove them by living them. I don't claim being a Christian or religious in any other group. Why? Because I'm spiritual, not biblical or religious. That's it. I have religious friends I fellowship with. I don't have a problem with that. I don't control what they do and how they live their lifestyle. Spirituality is having God knowledge, being God conscious, whatever you want to call it, prayed up. But left to us by our ancient ancestors, I'm gonna stop there, of Egypt. All religious, watch these books, have some spiritual truth in them. Yes, I know that. But they all also have what? A well-dressed lie tagged on it. I know that too. See, you can't just know one part, not know the other. Know both sides, and then make a better decision. Not believe and hope and want. No, no. And then you can be better in your foundation, standing on what you make the decision to do, what's best for you. Having spiritual knowledge, aka right there philosophy mastery, is God knowledge. Biblical knowledge is man's knowledge. I could care less about man's knowledge. You separate religion from spirituality. You separate things that's what? Not alike. Spirit is God, religion is man. In the discussion, in the lesson, I got to go. I appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Hope you got the message.